Sunday. Sunday is normally the day that I enjoy having off, but no. Unfortunately today I cannot do that. I've got work and I'm not looking forward to it. The first reason for that is very simply because literally as soon as we open up, we're already full, we're already booked out, and I just can't deal with that. It's going to be me and hopefully one other person, but I'm going to have to deal with most of the customers because that one other person is either going to be late or they're just not going to be able to jump on the shift straight away. That's just a fact that I've got to deal with, and it's like, oh dear me. But anyway, it's time to head off. I need to get going and hopefully survive. For once, it's not super duper sunny, which is kind of bad, kind of good, just because it's been raining a little bit by the looks of things, and we really need rain here because our weather just gone kaput, and it's just like, oh dear, everything's dying, including me on the inside. Wow. So I've arrived to work, and to make things a little bit worse than just the awful bookings that are coming in very, very shortly, I've also got the Dynamites in this morning. Now don't get me wrong, the Dynamites aren't bad. There's nothing wrong with them or anything like that, and just for the record, the Dynamites are the climbing club that use my work hangdog as a climbing facility. Now it's not hard that they're hard to deal with or anything like that. It's more the fact of how they're this group of incredible friends. You can just see how friendly each of them are to each other and how much they relate and like each other, and it makes me quite jealous and quite sad, and it makes me feel quite lonely, to be quite frank with you. And that's hard for me because loneliness is something I've struggled with for a long time, because I don't really feel like I have many, if any, friends, because I'm me and I'm a weird thinker, and there are a lot of people that would disagree with this. It's a whole bunch of confusing. My mind just takes things and twists it and makes it terrible. But anyway, it's time for me to put down the camera, get this shift done. The sooner the shift's done, the sooner I can have some fun and enjoy the rest of my day. It's not too long a one, I guess. It's a good 6 hours or so, which is long, but it's not like suicidal long. And believe me, that's a real thing. So that day went from bad to worse. Pretty much it was just super duper boring, super miserable. And then all of a sudden we had this accident where someone fell part of the way down a wall because someone's hair got caught in the device, and we had to call an ambulance, and it was just miserable. I can't help but feel partly responsible simply because I was on shift and simply because it's my job to make sure everything was safe, and clearly it wasn't. Yet I feel like it was none of my fault, or very, very little of my fault. The fact is, I didn't teach them, 1. 2, I was doing my job as I should be, teaching other people to belay. And 3, well, they were nowhere near me. I couldn't see them, and what can I do? In the end, as much as it's hard for me to accept, it wasn't completely my fault, and I feel crap about it, which is always terrible, and I'm just a mess, let's be honest. But anyway, I should be heading home about now. I've got a roast waiting for me at home by the sound of things. Roast chicken. I love roast chickens to bits. They're so good, and it's just going to be delicious. So I think I may as well just stuff off home because I'm done with today, and especially done with work. I just don't want to be here. Ah, that was miserable, completely and utterly. And I am now home. I've done the dishes, I've done my dinner. Well, eaten my dinner to be precise. It was pretty darn good. Roast chicken, as I said, is freaking beautiful. It's freaking great. But honestly, I'm just glad to have the day over. I've got a few hours to myself before bedtime, which is fantastic. I've got to edit the vlog, and then I've got a lot of time to just watch some YouTube, which will be fantastic. So, yeah, I'm going to leave the vlog
like
here.
Mosquitoes.
Your legs feel like mosquitoes?
Yeah.
Should we be concerned? Okay, that was odd. I mean, as odd as I am, but, you know, we'll just run with that. Dear my gosh.